New Year's Eve is just 2 days away,
It's
if you
hard to
can
believe.
believe it, but it's true. And tomorrow morning, this is also true. We're getting the celebration started early with Ryan Seacrest joining us right here live. He's getting ready to host Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest. That was the official name. And coming up today, we're going to talk live to co-host Rob Gronkowski.
We cannot wait for that. But before we ring in the new year, it's time to get your finances in shape for 2026. Elizabeth Schulze, who may work almost as hard as Ryan Seacrest, I think. You are back now with some tips to help with all of that. Hey, Elizabeth.
We're here to work. That's the goal, especially as we go into New Year. Because, guys, it's really crunch time right now to make moves that'll help lower your tax bill for next year and make sure that you are not leaving any money on the table. So December 31st, that is the end of the tax year. That's really going to be an important deadline. If you've been contributing money from your paycheck to a flexible spending account known as an FSA for medical healthcare expenses. So for a lot of these accounts, it's a use it or lose it situation at the end of the year. You really don't want that money to go to waste. So consider right now stocking up on essentials. You can do things like aspirin, hand sanitizer, contact lenses. A list of expenses that qualify is at fsafeds.gov. The 31st, also the deadline for charitable contributions. So these are donations you give to charities that you can deduct from your taxes next year. And then this is an interesting tip from Fidelity. If you make money as a freelancer, consider deferring some of that income. Basically, wait to bill your clients until next year. That will help lower your taxable income then.
Okay.
But these are things you have to do now, right?
Basically, you have 2 days to do this.
Yeah,
So
right.
Get on it. Get on it
This
right
is
now.
do it. Watch this. Do it immediately.
We like a deadline.
9
What
a.m.
else should people be thinking about to get their finances in shape at the start of the new year in 2 days?
The new year is a great time to make a budget. So just in practice, what that looks like is you're tracking how much money you're spending, how much money is going out of your accounts versus your income, how much money is coming into your accounts. And one thing we've talked about before, one method that is popular is the 60-30-10 method. So this is where 60% of your spending on your weekly paycheck goes towards your needs. So transportation, bills, insurance, childcare, groceries. 30% would go toward wants, so that's restaurants, travel, shopping, and then 10% towards savings and debt payoff, so student loans, saving for retirement, emergency savings. You know, there are a lot of great budgeting apps out there that make this really easy. It automatically tracks your expenses, puts things into buckets, and then you just check to make sure how on track you are at the end of the month.
I'm a YNAB girl. You need a budget. That's my
a big one,
favorite
really
app
popular.
to use.
Rocket
Yes,
Money
I
right
love
here,
it.
but there are a lot of good ones. Some are free. Sometimes you have to pay a small fee.
That one you have to pay a small fee, but I think it is totally worth it. For savings for next year, though, when we're already trying to look towards how to build that up, what do we need to be doing?
Yeah, and we've been talking so much about holiday spending. Maybe a good time in the new year to think about how you're going to save your money. A really big and important one is your 401k. So if your company does offer that option of a 401k retirement account and they match your contributions, you really do want to try to maximize that option. Just think about if you're allocating $100 a month to your 401k, you know, that pot of money adds up. When your company matches $100 a month, that's going to grow twice as fast, that pot of money. A couple other ways you can grow your savings: high yield savings accounts or certificate of deposit. That's a CD. These are accounts where basically you are earning more on your money in the bank. According to Bankrate, a lot of those interest rates now can be close to 4%. So if you're thinking about a $1,000 investment in savings in one of those accounts, at the end of the year, just by sitting there, it's worth $1,040. You know, that can pretty quickly add up.
Yeah.
Lots of good tips. Always lots of good things for us to be paying attention to.
You know, it really is a good time to think about how you can just do little steps to see your money grow.
And it adds up.
It does.
Thanks, Elizabeth.
Thank you so much. The one tip she doesn't list is listen to Elizabeth.
Always.
We'll say that.
Yeah, we appreciate it very much.